Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. I am just finishing up with the Alina collection from 49 and Market. And we are going to do something a little bit different. Originally, we were going to use stuff from all of our kits to finish out this week, but we also want to show you what we have as leftovers in our kits before we do that. So we are going to do our layout shares, or at least I'm doing my layout share, not my layout share. I'm doing a kit share of all the leftovers tomorrow and a review of the layouts. So you're going to get a sneak peek of a couple of layouts that I've already done, but those videos won't be up until little bit later this week or early next week. And then we are going to use our leftovers throughout part of December on any day that we are not doing Christmas stuff. So we do have a Christmas series coming up, 14 Days of Christmas, and we will be posting Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays for that. And then the alternating days, I'm going to try posting anything else that I can make with using products left over from the 4 kits that we used for Kit Conspiracy. So hopefully that all made sense. Tomorrow I'll come back for the kit share of the leftovers, and then Wednesday will be a kit share for my December kit and what I'll be using for Christmas, and then we will go right into the December layout for Thursday, and then moving forward it'll be the alternating schedules. So hopefully that all made sense. Meanwhile, I am working on this last layout, and these 3 photos are of the inside of the museum, and then it's my husband, myself, our dear friend Patty, and my husband's cousin Rich. And it is basically a close-up and then zooming out and then zooming out even further. We haven't moved the position of where we're standing at all in these photos, but it's just a really interesting and beautiful architecture of this museum, and I wanted to capture that. And so that's what my photos are of. And I thought I would just use these little frame. To me, they look like negative frames. I don't know what they're supposed to be, if they're just supposed to be regular frames, but they look kind of like negative frames to me. And I am using those. I did back them with one of the little cards that were in the collection, and one of the pieces. This piece here that I'm using right now is a part that you cut off of the back of one of the packaging. So I'm using that as well. At least I believe that's where I got that piece from. Anyway, it's really a soft, subtle piece, but it's not just plain white. So I liked the idea that it wasn't stark white. I am inking everything up with some Black Soot Distress ink. And then I'm just going to be tucking some things in around these areas. I don't need a ton of room for journaling. I am going to add another little area to write a little note on up in the upper left hand corner, and then I'll just write a few little notes here about the architecture. Now I was considering using that little rubber band stringy thingy, and then I decided not to because I didn't really want to block the architecture with that, because really that's the kind of the focus of the photos, besides that the 4 of us are just standing in these photos. And so I decided to flip the 2 photos around to give a little height to the 4x4. And then it doesn't look like there's such a dichotomy between the 4x6 and the 4x4 by adding height above the 4x6. It just keeps my 2 embellishment areas a little bit further apart from each other as well. Because if I were to switch the photos back, I would still leave the cluster of embellishments to the far right. I didn't want to put them just above the 4x4 anyway, but by switching it, I'm able to do that. I hope that made sense, you guys. I am still getting over a cold. My brain is not working 100%. I have a little bit of brain fog going on, but hopefully I'm making a lick of sense to some of you at least. I am also putting in a little bit of foliage up in that upper area. I'm going to tuck a little bit down here, down below. I don't mind putting this "Life is Good" saying over the photo, because there's nothing really architecturally in in the floor there that is going to be hidden by that. But I really didn't want to put that string, the faux string, over the top of the photo, because that would really cover some of that architecture. And it's just really cool. So I thought I better not do that. I am also back to pulling out these faux buttons. Again, I'm not a huge button fan. I don't really use them on my layouts, but because these ones are flat but they look real, I thought I'm going to go ahead and use them. I used them on one of the other layouts, and just to provide a little bit of continuity between all of these layouts that I've done in this series, besides that I'm using all of the same products and papers, I thought I better pull in these buttons again. And I really like the way that they look, and they that added pop of that darker coral color just looks really good. Now this photo of the four of us up close, I am popping that one up onto some foam to give it a little bit more of a special treatment, because it is all four of us close up. The other photos, it's really hard to see us, not only because we're far away, but the way the lighting is. It overlooks Lake Michigan, and so the lighting comes in those front windows, and we are almost silhouetted. And so I thought I would give the one of the four of us up close a little special treatment, so that you know, the emphasis is really on us, and in that photo, and then on the other photos it's really of the architecture, because like I said, we're more silhouetted. And then I didn't put a ton of foam at the top of the photo, because there was everything is tucked in there, and that's why I put a separate piece of foam there, so I could kind of figure out if it was going to be give too much lift to the photo, or if it was going to work out. And it worked out fine. I am adding another one of these little sayings. I'm going to tuck it in at the top of the photo, and I think that looks really nice. It just finishes off that cluster really well. And then I'm going to do this little tiny cluster over on the left hand side, just so I can write along one of those strips. And I'm keeping this one very simple. I will ink it up with some black ink, and then I am going to tuck in what is really the inside of one of those frames. But it's still kind of, I don't know, it just adds to it. I didn't want to throw that away because I thought it looked kind of cool. Thought I would tuck it underneath the label, just to give another little area that I could write a little note in. And it's going to be some really small writing. That's okay. I can write really small. It's not a big deal. But it does allow me to get a little bit more information on the layout. I'm just tucking in a little sprig of this darker green foliage. I know it's right over the top of the flowers and the foliage that's already there, but that color is not represented over in that area as much, and so I thought I'd bring it over to that area as well. And I did pop that label up onto a little bit of foam. No, actually I didn't pop it up onto foam, because the piece that's under it is a little bit thick. And so I did add a little bit of additional glue to the edge of it so it didn't keep popping up. And then I just added a button there, and that is it, you guys. I'm going to ink around the entire edge with Black Soot Distress ink to finish it off. So just a quick reminder, go check out what MK's got on her channel today. She does have a layout up for today. Even though she missed a couple of days over the weekend, she is back, and we are both planning to do our layout reviews, or not layout reviews, a run through of what is left over in all four of the kits. And actually I do show you what I made from each kit. And again, like I said, there's going to be a sneak peek of, I think, 2 layouts in there. You will get videos for those probably next week. I'm going to say probably starting on Sunday of next week. So you will be able to see those ones getting put together. And then I will run right into using the kits all combined to create whatever layouts I can. So thanks for watching. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you have questions or comments, please leave those down below. We will get back to you. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I don't know who this we is, but I will respond as quickly as I can. Thanks for spending time with me today, you guys. I will see you guys again tomorrow with the share. Bye-bye.